ran across something. I don't even remember where this infographic came up. Probably Facebook or Twitter. And it was basically a study that had been done on the topic of I can't versus I don't, and using that phraseology in certain ways. So let me tee this up, and then I want your opinion on this because you've put this into application?
Yes.
Okay, I'm excited to hear. Okay, so the gist of this is instead of saying I can't when somebody asks you, will you review something for me? Will you help me with this?
Always
Can I pick your brain? I love that phrase. Can I pick your brain? Now, I stole this from somebody else. Now I always say, gosh, that sounds painful.
I like that. I'm going to use that.
Exactly. So no, that sounds painful. So instead of saying I can't help you with this, the study really looked at using the phrase I don't have time to support you, or I don't do that, or however you want to follow that up, but it grounds you. You physically feel better when you say I don't, because that's assertive versus I can't, right? And the last thing that this study looked at is the likelihood of you caving when somebody goes, well, but what if I did it this, what if we set time aside?
Preach it.
Yes, exactly. It gives them room to kind of keep coming in and encroaching on your territory. So since we've discovered this just a couple weeks ago, how have you applied this?
Well, so one of the things that I love to do is to do community service and partner with nonprofits. And I cannot help that I'm a bleeding heart. If I see a mission that aligns with me or I believe in what they're doing, I want to give my time, my resources, and support that mission, being solved or rectified. And unfortunately, sometimes this demographic is very used to having things done for them because they're a nonprofit. So there are tons of resources being thrown in particular organizations that are kind of like a big brand. So one in particular I'd partnered with a couple of times, and I'd done work for free. So I'd led a workshop for them for their clients. And so they asked me and said, hey, we'd love to have you come back. You're the best speaker. We love you. And I said, great. Any chance you can pay me this time? And that was already like, okay, I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm like, okay, but I can't keep doing things for free.
Yes.
I can pick one organization and that's it. Everything else, if you love me so much and you value my work, you can pay me. Doesn't even have to be something crazy, but something. Especially because I know it's in your budget.
I know. Just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean they don't have money.
Exactly.
I'm going to lead a Rockstar event so you can go raise more money.
Exactly. Oh, yes. Oh, well, that leads me to a whole nother scenario. And so I told the program director, let me think about it. And you sent me that article. We went to dinner, and then I was explaining to Felena my situation. She was like, no. She's like, you don't have time, you're building an empire. Like, this is true. I was like, yes, okay. I have what I need. So I went back and I said, I thank you so much for thinking of me for this amazing event. Unfortunately, I do not have the capacity to help you with this for free. And because I wanted to kind of close the loop, I gave them someone else who I had checked with that was willing to do the work since they're building their practice. They're just as qualified, just as capable, and just as passionate. And so they said, okay, thank you. We're not going to do it at this time, but in the future, we will.
You use the no but technique. That's a different blog post.
Yeah. And I really, just even knowing the difference between when I say I can't and when I say I don't, and having that as kind of the power to leverage being able to filter and say no to things. So it was really helpful because I knew, I'm like, okay, I've got a little bit in my back pocket. When I say I don't have the bandwidth for something, it's true, versus like, I can't can almost kind of seem like it's an opinion, or like, I really could, but I'm just not interested. So you can persuade me and sell me on it. But it's really like, no, it's not a matter of can I or do I want to. It's that I really just don't have the time to be doing that kind of work for free anymore.
So, good job.
I did it.
Awesome. Practice, I don't. We want to to hear your I don't stories.
And we don't want to hear an excuse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Great job, Skylar.
Thank you.